Myth number 1. You need to know music theory to write a good song.
Mito.
Mitos. I know a lot of music theory, but I have literally never used it in my songwriting. Not once. Myth number 2. You need to know how to play guitar or piano or just an instrument in general to write a song.
Nope.
Mito. Then the next one is, this is something I used to believe. This next myth. I don't have any trauma, so I can't write good songs.
Mito.
Mito. Next myth, if I can't remember the melody I wrote, it's not a good melody.
Not necessarily.
The next myth is lyrics are the most important part of songwriting.
Nope.
What is the most important part of songwriting, Juliana? Hey Voxstar, and welcome to From Singer to Artist. I'm Lara Chapman, award-winning singer and songwriter turned viral vocal coach and the host of this show. At VoxTape Studios, we help singers from all over the world level up their voices by teaching them the 3 fundamental skills all singers need: technique, awareness, and artistry. Whether you're looking to go pro or just develop your voice for fun, my team and I are here to help. Check the link in the description to book your first session or grab some of our other resources. Alrighty, are you ready? Let's get started. Just like there are a lot of singing myths out there, like you cannot drink dairy or you're gonna be a bad singer, there are also a lot of songwriting myths that are circling the internet and people's minds. And I have Coach Juliana with me here. Hello.
Hello.
To address some of these songwriting myths that you might believe or might not believe. And I would say let's just get right into it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Myth number 1. Oh, hold on. What's myth in Spanish? We did this with mistakes as well. What's myth in Spanish?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I can't think of the German word either.
Mito.
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 Mitos. It's the same in German. Now that you said it, mitos. But it's not a word I would ever use, I
Yeah.
feel like. Anyways, myth number 1. You need to know music theory to write a good song.
No.
Girl, I know a lot of music theory, but I have literally never used it in my songwriting. Not once.
Yeah. It's not necessary. Like, it definitely helps. It makes things easier. But
especially when it comes to chord progressions. I do think there it's helpful, but we mostly teach people how to top line. Now, we can help with
use beats.
Yes, exactly. We can help with chord progressions and, like all of that stuff. Like, we both have done that too. We both play instruments. And we both sometimes write songs with our instruments too, meaning we know a little bit about music theory. But it's not necessary to write a good song. All the best songs I've written, I have never thought about.
Right.
The music theory.
Yeah, I
behind
mean,
it.
I think when I started writing music, I didn't really know music theory per se. And sometimes I still listen to some of those songs that I wrote when I was like 15, 16. I'm like, dang, girl, that was good.
Yeah.
And I knew 0 music theory, so you don't have to.
It doesn't mean that if you know music theory, you're, in big trouble. No, not at all.
No.
But don't get caught up in it. Because
pluses.
what can happen when you get caught up in the music theory of it? You overcomplicate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it doesn't feel
it
natural
simple.
anymore, right? And then people are like, this is not really singable or whatever, right? Not sing-alongable because now you made it too complicated. Anyways, you don't need to know music theory to write songs.
Nope.
Mitos. She's just saying it right. Mitos número 2. I need to learn how to speak Spanish. I don't know why, but anyways. Juliana is from Colombia originally. Maybe that's why I'm doing it.
Yes.
And we're going to Mexico next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Our little
That's
retreat.
crazy.
And we have some,
I'm so excited.
some of our students, they were working on their songs, like the original songs that they wrote together with you. And now we're recording it together in Mexico. Like, I am so stoked.
So
and
excited.
we're literally leaving in like a couple days, like in like 3 days.
Wow.
It's gonna be so fun. I'm excited. Anyways, I gotta practice my Spanish before then.
Yes,
I
you
don't
will.
speak any Spanish at all, but that's fine. Anyways, Myth number 2, you need to know how to play guitar or piano or just an instrument in general to write a song.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Most songwriters don't play any instruments. Oh, what? Yeah.
Say that again for the people in the back, baby.
Most songwriters do not play any instruments.
I think that is a myth that I don't think. I know that this is a myth that I used to believe. And here's exactly why I know that I believe this. When I was in high school, in Switzerland, it's a little bit different. But when you go to high school, you already pick a major like you would here in college. So my high school major was music with my main instrument being voice. And there were people in my class. It was a small high school. Like we didn't have that many people in my class, but there were people that did music with an instrument and some people that did music with voice. Voice is also instrument, but again, it's your body, right? It's different. Anyways, in the last year, in senior year, there was a songwriting competition. Now, they did not prepare us for that at all. They never taught us how to write a song. But they were like, now there is a songwriting competition and you have to participate. Like it was mandatory to participate in it. And we had singers, like people that were a music major, understood music theory because we had to learn it because we were music majors, but they didn't play any instruments. And I was like, well, this is so unfair. How are these singers going to write songs? They don't play any instruments. Like, and I started piano lessons at like in 3rd grade, however old you are in 3rd grade, I don't know, under 10. So like I was already, I could already play. And I was like, how are these people who don't play instruments? How are they going to write a song? It's impossible to write a song. They did it. They made it happen. I have no idea how they did it. I think there was just a lot of help from other people in the class. They would just like write the music for them and they would top line essentially. But it was like a big, big, big mystery to me. And then it wasn't until I was teaching voice lessons where I was sick and I had a sub. This was like day 1 of VoxTape. Okay. This was pre-Juliana joining the team, which means it's useless. No. But Corey was her name. She was the substitute teacher. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lady. And she gave an assignment to one of her students, Marin. And she was a little girl. And one of the assignments was to pick a track on the internet and write a song to that track. And then when I came back and I heard that song, I was like, Marin, you wrote this? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, girl, this is amazing. And then, she actually ended up recording it, even making a music video to it. Like, it was fantastic. It was so cool. And it wasn't until then that I realized you don't need to be able to play an instrument to write a song. And that's when I also realized that my entire record that I wrote for like my own artist project that won songwriting contests internationally and nationally. It's how I got these 2 guitars right there because I won songwriting contests. I didn't buy that stuff. I got it sent to me. But anyways, that's when I realized like, oh my God, all those songs that I wrote, I did not ever touch an instrument for it. I top lined. But I didn't make that, like I didn't have that realization until that moment. I was like, oh my God. And now when we teach songwriting, we actually start with no instruments. Even if you play an instrument, the first song we'll make you write is no instruments on purpose. We can always do that in the 2nd song or in the 3rd song or whatever, right? If you do play an instrument, but you don't have to. Anyways, that was a long
It's so much easier.
It's so much easier. Oh my God. And then you can focus on the things that actually matter. Oh my God. Anyways.
Melody and lyrics.
We are broken records.
Yeah.
But it's not that complicated. And it matters. Exactly. Anyways.
Nope.
Top lining is cheating is the next myth.
No. We broke it a couple seconds ago. It's not, I mean, you have to. Like, you got to use it, especially if you're wanting to use it in the mainstream world, if you want to be an actual songwriter that works as a songwriter. Most songwriters are top lining. Like, 99.9 of them are top lining.
And you know what? No one tells you about that. No one tells you. Most people have no idea what top lining is and that even exists. And it's crazy because it's the industry standard in today's day and age. It is the industry standard. And most of the time when you are working in the industry and you're a writer or you're an artist who writes with other people, you go to the studio or someone's house or wherever, and there's a producer there, and he makes they make the track as you. This is a very limiting belief right there. Oh my gosh, like all producers are male? No.
Right.
No. Just because the majority of them are doesn't mean all of them are. Whoever's the producer, they will make the track as you are like top lining over it. Again, that's how I created my record. I was in the room with my producer and my co-writer, 3 of us, and we created the song together. And each one of us got 33% of the songwriting credit. That's Nashville standard, that you divide equally by however many people are in the room. But that can also be different. Like if you want to do it differently, that's fine too. If you top line 2 tracks from YouTube or Beatopia or whatever, you get to keep 100% of the songwriting credit. So again, top lining is not cheating. It is in fact the industry standard, and you should hop on that train because the train is moving, whether you get on it or not. Get on that train. I am so tangenty today and like get on these rants because I'm just so passionate about it.
It's just so fun to talk about.
Well, it's just like, like I didn't know I graduated from the Berklee College of Music and nobody has ever taught me anything about top lining.
Wild.
Why not? Why not? And I'm not that old. I didn't graduate that many years ago. Like it's not that new. So anyways, I graduated a long time ago, but that's a secret that we can keep between us. All right. Top lining is not in fact cheating. The next myth is lyrics are the most important part of songwriting.
Nope.
What is the most important part of songwriting, Juliana?
Melody.
Because why?
Because that's what people sing back and what they will remember.
What they will remember. What transcends language barriers.
Exactly.
All of the above.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
lyrics are very important. Second important, but melody is the most important.
Mm-hmm. And then chord progressions don't matter. No. They do. But top lining is
They're just
baby.
Down the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, melody is the most important part of songwriting. That is the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay, then the next one is this is something I used to believe. This next myth: I don't have any trauma, so I can't write good songs.
No. It doesn't. You don't have to go through horrible things to be able to write a beautiful song.
You know what? You're an actress. You know you can make that comparison too. That is like saying you have to be a method actor to be a good actor.
No.
Most actors are not method actors, and they're phenomenal actors. So actually, method acting can be quite dangerous sometimes too.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to go through trauma to write good songs.
No.
Me is the example. No. I am just a delicate little flower that doesn't have much trauma, which is lovely.
And just use your imagination.
Exactly.
Get inspired. Write about honest things that you see and hear and experience, and they don't have to be traumatic.
Yeah. You brought up the Taylor Swift album. And it was all stories that were not her stories, but stories of other people or stories that she made up. You don't need to go through the pain.
If Taylor Swift can do it, you can do it.
I always say that, girl. If it's good enough for XYZ, insert famous person here, it's good enough for me, and it's good enough for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
And she's doing great.
Yes. And yes, you are special, but you're not that special. Okay. Love it. Next myth is good lyrics have to be poetic and or rhyme.
No. It's honestly the simpler the better in pop music. Like you don't have to write these crazy analogies and ideas. Just like be honest, get to the point, and be relatable. And you don't have to rhyme it because we said it before. And we'll say it again. We're not writing children's songs. We're not writing nursery rhymes. We're writing real life songs. So No.
Yeah. I guess if you think it needs to be poetry, well, just write poetry. Right? Now, I do know people. Oh my God, what's his name? John. I think his name was John. He was in the studio here, and he was writing poetry before he started writing songs. And I found that very interesting. But also, like, what does it even mean, writing poetry? Like, you can have to the point, just like songwriting, poetry, and it's still poetry. You know, like, it doesn't need to be this elaborate, crazy thing. Yeah. His name was not John. His name was Jess. Sorry. I just remembered. It's something with J. It's Jess. Jess. Sorry, Jess, if you're watching. Ooh. But anyways, it doesn't need to be...
So many names we deal with.
I know, right? Oh my gosh. So... But it's okay. But yeah, you don't have to write poetry to write good songs. And it doesn't always need to rhyme.
Nope.
It's okay if it doesn't rhyme sometimes. It's cool if it rhymes.
It's cool, yeah.
But it doesn't always need to rhyme. All right, next myth. If I can't remember the melody I wrote, it's not a good melody.
Not necessarily. You might just have a bad memory.
Or you are pumping out so much content, like so many different melodies, you can't remember all of it. Just like I can't remember all of the people's names I have ever met.
Yeah, and that's why we have our devices, so you can record what you're doing and you can, you know, rely on those recordings. Especially if you're being a good songwriter and writing consistently and, you know, every week, every day, hopefully that'd be great. But if you're writing a lot, it's impossible to remember every freaking melody, right? Like, oh my gosh, we're not, you know, machines.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. If you write a lot, you're not going to remember everything you wrote. No. And that's okay. That doesn't mean it's not good.
Boom.
Myth busted. Next myth is melodies should never repeat. That makes a song boring.
What a lie.
That is a big fat lie.
What a lie. No, especially in pop music, we need repetition. That is what makes a song catchy.
Makes it memorable. It makes it memorable.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to remember your song and your melodies if you never repeat them. Nobody can listen to something once and then remember it. And I think I said this in another episode a while back as well, where me as a trained musician, I want to be able, if we're talking about pop and pop similar, like if it's rock, pop, R&B, like any of that, it's not jazz, right? I'm not talking about a jazz.
Yeah.
But if you're writing contemporary stuff, country, then I, as a trained musician, I want to be able to sing along to your song at the latest after the second time I heard your chorus. Not the verses. I don't want to, like, you know, I'm not going to remember the lyrics, but I want to be able to sing along to your chorus melody by the time I heard it twice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's probably not very catchy.
Exactly. We need to repeat.
Yeah.
It has to be there.
Yeah. And this is something that, you know, when I'm working with a songwriter too, or sometimes even they're singers and they're coming to us for voice lessons, not necessarily songwriting lessons, but they're coming to us for voice lessons. And then they bring in a song that they wrote, an original song. And then, you know, I'm trying to work on that with them. And then we're like, sorry, can you sing the melody again? Wait, can you do it again? And by then I'm usually like, it's not a good melody. I heard it 5 times and I cannot sing it back to you. Even if it's one phrase, right? Like we're just going over one phrase. I should be able to sing that back to you after hearing it once. Again, I'm a trained musician. I should be able to do that. If I can't do that, how the heck is your average audience member going to do that when they have no training in music?
Yep.
Right? Now, that's not necessarily repetition. Yes, repetition plays into that. But it's also keeping it simple, right? Like you don't have to overcomplicate your stuff. Keep it simple. But anyways, make it singable, make it simple, and keep repetitioni. Don't overdo the repetition because then it gets boring. But we need repetition.
But it has to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The next myth is you have to be born with talent to write songs. I am the prime example for this. Zero
It's a
talent
skill.
over here. Oh yeah.
It's a skill. If you can learn how to drive, you can learn how to write songs.
I like that comparison.
We're not born with a driving instinct. It's not in our nature. Maybe singing is in your nature, but maybe songwriting is something you can develop over time.
Yeah.
The more you do it.
Yeah, that was me, right? I said this a million times already, but singing was always my main passion. And what I like to think I was born to do on this planet is sing and help other people how to sing too. And it's developed over the years, but like songwriting was a necessity for me because I wanted to have a career as a singer. It was a necessity for me to learn how to write songs because, sorry, I hate to break it to you, you need to know how to write a song if you want to be a singer, period. Like, there's no negotiating here. You don't have to be the best songwriter on this planet, but you need to know the basics and at least be able to write something. Non-negotiable. Not anymore. Not in today's music industry. It might change, but we can't rely on that. Anyways, I only think it's just going to get more and more and more important, not less important, that you can write songs. But anyways, going off on a tangent, it was a necessity for me. And so I really had to learn it. Like, if you listen back to some of the first lyrics I wrote, I was like, oh my God. Now, melodies, I was pretty good with melodies from the beginning, but lyrics, I'm a little girl in my own world. I mess around, but I still feel the ground, and this is my sound. This is my story. I'm not sorry for who I am. That's the chorus. This is my story. I'm not sorry for who I am. And girl, when I tell you that I wrote this song in my senior year of high school, I should have known better by then, okay? I should have known better by then, but it's okay. That also means like it's never too late. It's never too late to get better. Literally, I was 18 years old or 17 years old when I wrote these lyrics, and they are so bad. But now I learned how to do it better.
Right.
And even if you're 70 years old now, you can still learn how to write better lyrics or better melodies or just better songs, period.
Yep.
Anyways. Every song has to be completely original.
I don't think so.
What does that even mean, completely original?
It's impossible.
Literally, we are a collection of the things that we have heard throughout our lives. I truly believe no idea is truly original. Somebody else has done it before you. Somebody has said it.
We only have 12 notes in the, Western music world. So you're going to repeat something someone's sung already.
Yeah.
And
that's okay.
A chord progression that already exists 100,000 times. Or you're going to write about heartbreak. Oh, someone's already done that a bajillion times.
Yes. But also that doesn't mean that you need to be afraid that you're going to run into copyright issues or something like that. Because you sometimes see that in the news, right? Like Ed Sheeran's song is, plagiarized, blah, 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 whatever, right? Like, no, you don't need to be afraid of any of this stuff unless you're actively ripping somebody off. Like ripping somebody's song.
Yeah, that would be different.
That's
don't
different.
Do that.
Don't be afraid to just create and just let whatever wants to come out. Don't judge it as you're doing it or trying to figure out, did somebody else already write this? Like, just do. And worry about that later. We can always make adjustments if it's too similar to something or whatever. But again, like, I don't think that there's something out there that hasn't been created yet. So just do and stop worrying about what other people have done before you or what other people will do after you. Just live your life. Yep. A little adult advice. Stop caring about what other people think. Just do whatever it is you want to do. I love it. Next myth, you need to wait until inspiration strikes to write something good.
No.
Okay, I think
it's a skill.
The something good part is the important part here because we've addressed that inspiration, like, no. We can make inspiration happen when we are in flow, but you have to get in flow in the first place. And we use a framework to do that. And if you've heard any of our other podcast episodes, you're like, girl, stop talking about that. We know. So I'm not going to continue going down that rabbit hole. But the something good part of the statement, I think, is important, because a lot of people think like if the song doesn't just flow out of you, it's not going to be a hit song.
No.
It can happen.
No.
There are plenty of stories out there for like that singers have shared, and they were like, I literally wrote this song in an hour or in 2 hours or whatever, and it's a big, massive hit. That can happen, and that's amazing when that happens. But it's not the majority. Exactly.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not a common
happens.
experience. I mean, especially if you have multiple songwriters, like it goes through edits and it goes through producers and it goes through the final artist who decides to also change a few lyrics. Like a song is never done until it's released. And even then we have edits and remixes. And so like, no, like it takes time to build something good.
Yeah. Max Martin, he's one of the biggest songwriters out there when it comes to contemporary music. Like if you're looking at like the songwriting credits from any songs that, you know, are like Beyonce has sung or Christina Aguilera has sung, or like literally insert person, like insert whatever singer here. There's a very good chance that Max Martin has a song on their record. Like he's the writer of the song or one of the writers. And he is so very particular about every single little detail in the songs that he writes. Like the syllable count has to be perfect, and like everything needs to be absolutely perfect. And that means that doesn't just flow out of you in a matter of an hour or two.
No,
that's a process, right? Like the initial idea might flow out of you in an hour or two, but then you edit and edit and edit and edit and edit and edit and edit. And also, I do believe that you can write a good song that takes 3 days to write.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it any less of a good song because it took you a little bit longer.
The timeline does not affect the outcome of the song. Like it's a factor. It's not a determining factor. You know, it is what it is.
Yes. Love. We got 2 more. Next myth. No, wait, hold on. We just went to that. Oh, we just got one more. Just one last myth. Writer's block is a myth.
So we kind of talked about this in the previous episode, but it's not a myth per se. It happens, but we can avoid it.
Yes. Yes.
Writer's block is avoidable, workable. There's ways to make sure that your flow is constant if you do have a framework, if you do have a system in practice. It's not gonna prevent it from happening altogether. Writer's block could happen, and we're human.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have little moments of brain fog, but it doesn't mean it's forever.
Yes. You said that perfectly, and all I can do is summarize what you just said so that I can feel like I added something to this conversation, even though I absolutely didn't. Writer's block is not a myth. It does happen.
No.
And I think you already know that it's not a myth because it's probably happened to you before, right? Yeah. Where you didn't finish a song, or you never even got started with a song because you're experiencing some sort of writer's block. Right. But there are ways to get around it. So it doesn't happen, or it doesn't happen as frequently, or whatever. Right. So again, like I said, I just absolutely added nothing to this conversation that, Juliana just, whatever she just said. But I just had the feeling that I needed to summarize it. But anyways, those are some myths, and I hope you didn't believe too many of them. And if you did, I hope that we were able to show you that the reason why those are myths, not just like, that's a myth, moving on, but also showing why that is a myth so that you can maybe potentially change your mind on it. Right? Good. Just because somebody else said yes or no doesn't make that true. But I hope that this gave you some food for thought to think about it and make some changes if you need. But anyways, my friends, if you've heard any of our other episodes, or you joined us in our live training that we had a couple days ago, doors to our Songwriting for Singers cohort and course are closing on Sunday. So we're down to the last couple of days, the last couple of hours. This is an 8-week cohort where you're getting the Songwriting for Singers course, where you're learning all about the framework so that you don't have to experience writer's block anymore and that you can finish all of your songs. You can go through the course. And in the cohort, that means You're in small groups together with our wonderful coach, Juliana, the stunning, the one and only Juliana. And, you know, she will help you work through whatever roadblocks you are experiencing, give you feedback on your song, make some suggestions of other things that you could try, whatever it is you need in small group formats. These will literally be very, very, very small groups, less than 10 people per group, so that every person has the chance to get direct feedback on their specific song. And I just love the group aspect of it because you can learn so much from other people, like what the songs that they're writing and the feedback that they are getting on their songs. You can learn just as much from that as you can from getting feedback on your own song. And yes, I understand it's scary to put something out there into a group of strangers that, by the way, will become your best friends. It's just what's going to happen. But it can be scary to share something, especially when you're not comfortable with songwriting just yet. But diving in the deep end is the best way to get started. And again, we're all on the same journey. Everybody's here to learn, not to judge. These are not calls where you showcase your songs that you've written and everybody's be like, wow, you're so good, or it was a bad song. Like, no, that's not what this is about. It's just to learn and work and improve and develop a process that works for you, so that by the end of the 8 weeks, literally by the end of the year, the goal is to have at least 2 to 3 songs that are completely done and even recorded, because you're getting the Recording for Singers course as well, where you can professionally record your stuff from the comfort of your own home. And don't worry, we'll show you how to do that right there in the course. But anyways, you want to have 2 to 3 songs between now and the end of the year completely done. And you have the framework so that you can rinse and repeat as much as you want in the new year. So that you could write a song every week if you wanted to. That means you're writing 50 songs a year. That's multiple albums a year, if you think about it. So anyways, if you want to know more about like the entire course and whatnot, you know, just check the link in the description. It's going to take you to a page where you see all the bonuses and how exactly it works and testimonials, and because this is not our first rodeo. So anyways, you know, go check it out there. But I do just want to say one last thing, and that is, you know, if you're like, I don't know if I'm going to have the time to hop on a call every week and watch these videos and blah, 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 blah. I hear you. We're adults. We get busy, and there's always so many other things that pop up, especially, you know, with the holidays coming up now too. But I urge you to listen to your desires and put yourself first for once, and take the time to do something that you've been wanting to do, maybe for 3 days, maybe for 3 years, maybe for 30 years. It doesn't matter how long you've had this desire. If this is something you want to do, put yourself first and just make the choice to be like, no, you know what? I'm going to show up and I'm going to get the framework and I'm going to get the help that I need to kickstart this journey. And then you fly out into the world, this beautiful little butterfly, and you don't need us anymore. Yay! Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We hope to see you in our little Songwriting for Singers cohort. And no, it's not just for singers. We're just trying to get the point across that you don't need to play an instrument, be a musician, know music theory, any of the above. This course is for anyone who wants to just get started with songwriting, improve their songwriting, whatever. Either way, we can't wait to see you there. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend. And again, doors close on Sunday. Don't forget. Don't be too late. Alrighty. See you there. Bye.